Hi, this is my last journal hangout for this year, as this is my last weekly spread in my Hobonichi Weeks that I am filling out. Since January starts on a Wednesday in 2025, the 2024 planner ends on this last weekly page. I will be journaling about the last anime I watched recently and talking about other journal-related things. I also wanted to show how many blank pages I have in the back of this regular Hobonichi Weeks that I've been using as a 1 page per movie, so I have a few pages left to close out for the year, and hopefully I will fit in some Christmas movies and holiday films into them. Those journaling pages in the back have been going well, as I have been recently watching all the Harry Potter movies during a rewatch. And then also I've been filling out pages as I watch new movies, including Fantastic Beasts. I watched all 3 of the movies for the first time, and those were really good. So in the back, I just do like the typical title, release date, cast, and when I watched it, and then I do a few bullets for what I want to write about my thoughts. For this anime spread, I watched Shoot Goal to the Future. It was 13 episodes, and this aired 2 years ago, and it's a sports anime. Back in middle school, I think that's when I read the Prince of Tennis manga, which was great, but right now I haven't been reading any manga lately at all. And I do like sports anime, but when it is solely sports, it is also a hit or miss for me because I'm not into any sports in particular. But I did overall enjoy this show, and I watched it in 1 day. I think that is one thing I like about anime, is that unless I start it very late at night, I basically can finish the entire series or at least 1 season per day. I also tend to watch on a faster speed sometimes. Plus I watch a lot of it dubbed, so I can multitask when I just listen to the English version. Sometimes I just get the urge to watch anime and I don't really plan on it. It's more like a feeling. But I do love how versatile anime is. So like one moment I'm watching a slice of life show, the next I'm like watching this action-packed one or fantasy-filled one. And I like how anime lets me escape into different worlds, whether they're full of like magic or like sci-fi, or they could be really deep and meaningful, or they could be like so stupid and funny. For some reason, I've never really been into horror anime. And I don't watch horror movies at all anyways, so I just don't like the dark ones. It's not for me, but I know some people like it. I know some people who are close to me who enjoy watching anime, but I think they enjoy it way more than I do for sure, and watch it way more than I do, so it's hard to watch it together at the same time. So I often just watch it alone on my computer, but I have found some good anime movies at the local library as well, so occasionally I would check those out on DVD and watch them on the TV. And I also check out movies from the library that I don't own at home, so that's how I'm filling out the back pages in the planner. Sometimes I wish I had someone to watch with, though at the same time, it's mainly just because I want someone to talk about the episodes, series, or favorite characters. But at the same time, I think I kind of like watching it on my own as well, as my own little hobby of enjoyment, something that's just for me, because it also works out if I want to speed watch a little bit. Now that I'm about to finish up this Hobonichi Weeks for 2024, I was thinking about how I want to continue documenting and recording what I want to watch. Right now I plan on just repurposing a notebook that I have been using for something else, so probably my 𝓶𝓸 or cafe note, because I never finished those. And I've decided to pick up those old notebooks because even though I started them a while back, I drifted away from them and I did not finish them. So instead of starting fresh in a new one, I think it's more of a better choice for me to not have too many unfinished notebooks, and might as well experiment in one that I already used. And especially because I'm still in a phase where I'm figuring out my style for anime journaling or movie journaling in general, in terms of how I want to document what media I'm watching. So I want to try out more formats, fonts, and like layouts I want to test out. And I haven't found one that is like really good fit. I don't know if I want to add more stickers or print out photos, so until I find a really good style I like, I probably won't buy a brand new notebook until I feel good about it, so I don't mind experimenting in the notebooks I've already used before, because there's no pressure to, in case I like quote unquote ruin a brand new notebook. So I'm just going to fill up the empty pages and write down my thoughts on the movies, and then maybe try a few doodles as I go along. But once I feel like I'm into a style I like, I'll go into a new notebook and probably show it to you as well. I'm just trying to finish this Hobonichi Weeks, and then I'll move on to the unfinished one to finish it off. Anyways, moving on from that, besides the design of the Hobonichi Weeks layout, I really like the cover, the way it feels, and the texture. I do use a clear cover to keep the dirt off, and I use pockets, but I really just like how it feels to touch. In the back pages, I use the favorite sections to list out music I liked. So every once in a while, I would open the page, update it with whatever song that was on repeat at the time. And then for my 100 pages, I filled it out with names of all the new food or drink places I tried in 2024. I have about 24 out of 100, which is great, I feel. It's like 2 a month average. I like doing it to track what new places I went to this year, which is a good reference for future years if I ever want to look back at where I went this year or when I first went to it. It doesn't bother me that I didn't fill out every line. If I wrote every place I went to, regardless of the first time or not, then maybe it would be closer to 100. But I think I'm gonna go for the new places for next year as well, because that's like a cool thing to track. I tried using the 365-day checkoff at the end, but I stopped and I only have it filled out. But I just have it filled out to the shape number 32. That's it. For my wigs, I never used any glue sticks or double-sided tape, but there is like slightly warping and wrinkles that make the pages chunk up a little bit, but not too much. Those were from layers of marker and wet pens. I used a mix of stickers from paper to PET and washi tape in this book. The thin paper handles and holds it really well and to my liking, so I have no issues with those. I love the sound of the page when it flips as well. For the most part, I used my TWSBI fountain pen on every page I wrote, except for like 2 to 3 where I used a gel pen in addition to all the markers and brush pens I used. And I bought the fountain pen at the end of last year, and I only have 1 ink. I only have used that combination of 1 pen, 1 ink. I like it. I don't want to buy more right now. I like how it interacts and writes on the Hobonichi paper. It's really nice. And I'm not sure if I would choose to use this pen again in my upcoming books, because I want it to be a black ink look for my 2025, and right now my ink that I'm using with the fountain pen is not black, but we'll see what I'm gonna do because I'm still considering it. But overall, the Hobonichi Weeks and anime journaling and filling it out, it's been a great planner, a good notebook, and a good journal for 2024, and I'm very happy I tried it out. And thank you for watching this video, and hope to talk to you again in another one. Bye!